Hello everybody, welcome to a Michael Kittle Rare Coins live stream. This is going to be an auction lot preview. We're planning on doing an auction coming up this Saturday and next Saturday. It's going to be a two-part auction. We're going to have about 60 lots total. We're going to do about 30 the first day and then about 30 the second day. That's the plan at least. So Saturday, October 29th, 2022, starting at about noon Pacific, will be part one. And then Saturday, November 5th, 2022, will be part two of the auction. Again, starting at about noon Pacific. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Remember, my auctions are pretty straightforward. You don't have to pre-register, but you do have to intend to pay. If you win anything in any of my auctions, you're going to get charged shipping of $5, $10, or $15, depending on what you win, the size, the weight, the value of the items purchased. International bidders got to pay actual shipping and insurance costs, which we'll have to figure that out. And I count on my international buyers to help me figure that out because they probably know more about shipping to their country than I do. If you have a Kittle Fan Plus channel membership, you always pay half price shipping. And if you have a Kittle Fan Plus channel membership, you always get free shipping. Auction winners always just got to email me after the auction with your contact information. I send out a PayPal invoice, and then you pay. If you don't want to do PayPal, we do Google Pay, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App. Check or money order is also cool too. So thank you guys all for that. As the gringo put in there with the command, we do accept proxy bids. So if you know you're not going to be there on either day and there's an item you really want to bid on, you can still bid on it. Just got to email me your maximum bid by 11 o'clock in the morning, the day of the auction, and then I will execute those bids on your behalf as if you were there at the auction. Very easy, and a lot of people have gotten a lot of successful bids that way. All right, I guess one more thing is if you look at the auction catalog, I was asked by at least 2 different people how much for everything, like just to buy it now instead of doing the auction, so I came up with a price. So there is a buy it now option on the entire sale. It expires tomorrow night, 11:59 p.m. So if you want everything, there's a price. If you don't want it, then don't worry about it. But if someone exercises that buy it now before 11:59 p.m. tomorrow my time, then we're canceling the sale on both Saturdays. Just that's how it's going to be. All right, so what this sale is I got this typeset, major typeset of United States coins. Now, some of you might not have seen this album before. What this is it's basically an old Dansko album. So Dansko has the 7070 typeset album that a lot of us are familiar with. And this was actually made by the Dansko company. And what this is it's basically a special version of the Dansko called the Continental line. And this one's marked La Mirada, California. If you do research on this and you collect old albums, then you know exactly what this is. Sometimes the Continental line albums say Venice, California. Sometimes they have more information printed. Sometimes they also have a stamp from the Dansko company as well. So it's just an early version of the Dansko 7070 album that was made for the West Coast market, and more specifically California. It's just a different version of the album. And this was probably done in the mid to late 60s, I would guess, just based on what's in here and the look and feel of everything. So it has all the same stuff that the regular Dansko 7070 album has in its pages. Again, we've already taken the coins out and put them in flips. I guess if someone does the buy it now, they can have me put them back in if they want, but up through here, that's the set. And then you can see here, the collector added a separate page. It's a slightly different page. This one's actually out of an old 7070 album from Dansko for the bicentennial page that was added later. Again, the album was probably done in the mid to late 60s, and then somebody added this page later. This here, we're going to auction off this album. If you're looking for a typeset album, that's going to be lot number 59, lot number 60 in the sale. Now, if you look at the catalog, I did put reserve prices on just about everything, like a minimum bid. I expect every item to sell, and I expect every item to sell for more. I tried to be as low as possible, and actually lower than wholesale price on a lot of the stuff. Like, I know Dansko albums, especially these older California model ones, the Continental line they call them, go for good premiums. And I didn't want to start everything at $1 and have a lot of us wasting our time, you know, with bids of $1, $2, $5, $10, $20 on things that we know are going to go for a couple $100 or $50 or $25. And more importantly, I didn't want a whole bunch of proxy bids for bids that were never going to win anyway. So if I started everything at $1, I know, for example, there's a couple people that would send me lowball bids on every single item, and I'd have to figure all that out, and just, this will be better for all of us. Lot number 59 in the sale is just this page right here that was in the back of the album. And this one right there, it even tells you, this is Dansko 7070, page number 5. This was an optional page that you can buy for your Dansko 7070 albums, and it's the US Gold type page. Now, it just has the common and major types. It doesn't have everything. Like you can see, it just has a Type 1 and a Type 3 gold dollar spot. It doesn't have a spot for the Type 2. If you want to put your Type 2 gold dollar in there, you got to punch your own hole. Same thing with $3 gold piece. You want a $3 gold piece on your page, you got to punch a hole there. And I've seen people do that. It's kind of cool. Because they're not super rare, but this is what they include on their page. These pages alone on eBay, I've seen them sell for $40, $50, $80 just for the empty page used. Pretty crazy. But if you want this page in your Dansko typeset, that'll be lot number 59 in the sale. All right. If anybody has any questions at any time about any of this stuff, just go ahead and let me know. I'm trying to read chat there. Mikey's having scrambled eggs, sausage, and toast for dinner. Very nice. Or you already had it. Very nice, Mikey. Don't forget there is a giveaway going on Michael Kittle Rare Coins. I guess we should just go ahead and show that. There's always a giveaway going on. So if you haven't gotten in our monthly free coin giveaway, this is the top prize right here. It's the 2022 American Liberty Medal. If you don't have one of these, you need one of these, and you can get one for free. Check that out right there. Just got to go to my video and leave a comment. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. All right. Just leave a comment, and maybe you'll be the lucky winner. We always have a giveaway going on. As soon as this one ends at the end of the month, we'll start a new one November 1st. All right, let me put that away, and then we'll go ahead and start previewing these items. All right, so I did film a video of the entire set while it was still in the album, and let's see. I did a video. I just haven't finished editing it. It's a 4K video, and it's like huge file sizes, and it's a kind of a, you know, still uploading kind of part of it. But so today is going to be the auction preview, and Paul, I will go through every lot today, all 60 of them. We just went through 59 and 60 right there. We'll show everything, and I'm doing that just in case somebody wants to do the buy it now option, so they have a chance to see everything. I don't know if I'm going to do another preview next Thursday. I guess I don't think we'll need it. So my plan is to do a preview tonight. Tomorrow I'll post a video just showing the typeset in the album, just showing off the typeset. Hopefully I'll get that processed and out tomorrow. Saturday we'll do the auction, and then next Saturday we'll finish the auction. So, you know the trade dollar and 20 cents are in the second auction, but you can show them. Yeah, Paul, if you need me to jump ahead and show them right away, I can do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to start showing things in order, starting with the first coin right there on our auction catalog, lot number 1, which is the 1835 Classic Head Large Cent. Okay, and I'll show it like this real quick. And if anybody like in their research and coming up with trying their bids thinks any of my reserve prices are just way too high, I won't even call them reserve prices. They're just opening bid prices, because I looked them up, and I think every one of the coins will sell for amounts higher than my starting prices. I think everything will sell. I didn't put retail prices there. Some things are just... And if you look at the gold, for example, I could sell all of the gold coins wholesale for more than the prices I listed. But anyway, if you still disagree with something, you think I'm way off, you can send me an email and I'll consider it, but probably not. But anyway, so I'll show it like that. We can also show under our microscope here, which I'll do briefly. But the lighting on this really sucks. Really sucks. But then let's also try to get this camera going. Let me try to get this working. See if I can get this up here. Hold on a second here. Got that there, got that there. And I can go to sharing my screen. And here we go. And I got it all upside down, so I'm going to be fighting this the whole time. I don't know, can I fix that? Let me try to fix that. There we go. Now I don't have to fight that the whole time. This is 1835 half cent. It's got a lot of details to it. There is a little bit of a scratch just above the neckline. You guys can see that in there, hopefully. Sorry, I gotta have my business card behind there. If I don't do that, the camera loses focus and goes all over the place. That's a pretty nice early half cent. Put the coin a little so it doesn't show the box. I mean, I gotta have this box here, otherwise the thing doesn't focus. So if you can't imagine the coin around that box, I mean, I'll try to keep it to the side, but that's where it focuses. That's just the way this lens is. I mean, hopefully you can imagine around a little white line. If not, then I'm telling you, this is way better than just using a microscope. But I'll try to do that for you. Anyway, there's lot one. Again, if you need to see anything more than that, let me know and we can show things again. Not trying to hide anything from anybody, but let's go on to lot number two. Lot number two. So much normal than the normal large crap. That's a half cent there. That's a half cent gringo. But yeah, a lot of people have a lot of early copper on YouTube in their auctions, and they're pieces of garbage and they're cheap. Well, they're pieces of garbage and cheap because if you have nice ones, they're really expensive, and a lot of people don't sell a lot of expensive coins on YouTube, and I don't know why, but they don't. This next one is going to be lot number two. Let's take a close-up look at this one. 1853 half cent. See, if I get out of that circle, it just doesn't focus. Out of that square. And I know there is a way I can turn that off, but then I don't know where it's focusing, and then the camera doesn't focus right. Just so we're leaving it there. If you don't like it, then give me a thumbs down, and you don't have to watch, I guess. Yeah, it just focuses right there. This isn't a lens made for live streaming; it's made for taking pictures. There it is, 1853. And if I took a picture of it, it wouldn't be there, that square. But it's a lens that I know shows the coins a lot better than my webcam. You can afford cheap pieces of garbage, that's why you got lots of them? All right, Natalie. Well, hey, most of our collections have a lot of that, but every now and then I think we all deserve a nice coin, you know. So anyway, that is lot number two right there. It's got some dirtiness to it and some gunk in it, but it's got a lot of detail too. And when you're collecting a typeset, you want coins that show the most of the detail, because that's the whole point of your typeset, is to have an example of the coin with detail that you can see and appreciate. All right, next up on the list, let's just jump right into there, right there. And I just dropped something on the floor there. It was just a pencil. This one here is an 1803 large cent. This one is in a little bit of rough conditions. Got some little bit of corrosion, a little bit of surface environmental damage. It's the way a lot of these 220 or year old coppers are going to be. But there it is. You can see there the surface is a little bit porous, but you got the detail there. You can see a lot of the hair detail. You can see the date clearly. Similar on the reverse. Plenty of detail there, but also corrosion. But that's the way these are. You could find ones without this, but then you're talking several $100s a coin to thousands of dollars a coin for this type. There's like the 1 out of 100 fraction they put on these. Really cool. Again, I'm just going to keep going in order. If you got questions, let me know. Next up, Classic Head Large Cent. 1813. You can just make out the date on this one. It's pretty worn down. Classic Head Large Cents are probably one of the most expensive coins that you're going to put in your typeset. Especially if you try to get any higher grade than this. They're just... Remember, when the U.S. was going through the War of 1812, and then sometimes my camera does that and just goes nuts. So we'll go back to the main screen there and let that refocus and give that a second. But yeah, 1813 Classic Head Large Cent. Ringo's putting some information on the proxy. You like the reverse designs of the large cents? Yeah, the wreath and the... Alright, we've got that refocused. Especially I have trouble, the camera has trouble when it's a coin with very little detail showing. It's pretty flat. It sees something else it wants to focus on and it just goes nuts. But there's the obverse. And there's the reverse there. 1 cent. So yeah, pretty low grade, but it's got a full rim on the reverse. It's all there. You can see the wreath detail. You can read United States of America. Hopefully you see everything you need to see there. You got full Liberty, and you can make out the top half of the date pretty clearly, so you know it's 1813. All right. That is that one. Let me go into an 1832 large cent. It's got a little bit more detail than the last one. Still got plenty of wear though on it. And I'm on top chat, not on live chat. Let me fix that. I always do that. Why do they even have top chat? Come on, guys. There we go. Now we got that fixed. 1832 Liberty Head, or Matron Head they call it a lot of times, large cent. Alrighty, let's keep that under there. That helps my camera stay focused when we're live. After that, we got 1848 large cent. This one's got quite a bit of detail on it. Tons of hair detail. Got all the features there. Try to tilt it into the light here too, because then it sometimes shows other features on the surface. That's why we do videos of coins. It shows way more than just one photo can do. There's some green stuff growing on the back of this one though, so be aware of that. Just some verdigris, common on old copper. Could be cleaned off. I never mess with them though, because if you clean that off, it's probably not going to be the matching color underneath. It might just be brighter, or depending on how you do it. We don't say cleaning though, we say conservation, right? But there it is. Yeah, and lots of detail. Nice coin. $18.48 large cent. After that, we get into the small cents, and this is a beauty here. This is a nice one. Tons of detail. Let me get these other coins out of the way of my... I gotta figure out where I'm gonna pile up the ones we've already looked at without dropping them all over the place. Right there is good. Okay. Let's try to get closer. I was having trouble finding any wear on this at all. It's still got mint luster. It's a little dirty and toned. And by moving that, I screwed it up. I'm sorry, guys. Let me try to get that refocused. Ah! Now, I know I could turn off the autofocus on this lens, but if I do that, then it doesn't really work too well. Just trust me. I've done this before. Okay, there we go. Just takes a second. So anyway, you see all the full detail there and all the feathers on the eagle's breast. This is either really high AU, which I'm going to say it's high AU, but it might be a low mint state grade. I don't see any actual wear, but just with how dirty it is and how dark, I don't know. Just it makes me lean away from calling it mint state, but there's no wear on the obverse. It's a nice piece. Then the reverse. Still got lots of mint luster there. You can see when we shine the light through it. Lots of bright color. Lots of original color on it. Shine it in the light again for you. There you go. What would I grade it at? I'd call it MS61 probably. Which means it's not an attractive mint state. That's what the darker color would be. That's what I would call it. It's a little dirty. Now, could that be brightened up? So I'm shining the light in it on purpose just so you can see the luster, and but I'm not seeing wear. To call it AU or lower, AU 58 or lower, you got to see wear, circulation wear. And the high point of the eagle's breast is where you would see it. Here, I'm going to try to get closer again. That ain't gonna work, is it? Oh, I had it going. Fail. Slowly try to get closer to the screen. Right on the very highest point of that eagle's breast, usually it's flat. Even on AU coins. And this has every feather well defined. 1857. But there's the date. 1857. Want to see it under the microscope? Sure. Yeah, any one of the coins, we can look at it under the scope, the other lights, and whatever. Here, I can turn on the microscope light, which might help, might not. Doesn't really help, does it? But there's no, I just don't see wear. That didn't really help, did it? That's what I mean. I think it might be mint state. But just given how like dirty the surfaces are and how they tone dark, I think it might, if you send it out to get grading, it just might get stuck into an AU holder by some grader that doesn't look at it close enough. But I would grade it MS61 because I don't see any wear. But it's not attractive mint state. It's not like a beautiful gem BU or choice BU. It's dirty, so I'd give it a low mint state grade. Needs a good clean. Conservation is the correct word. Conservation. We don't clean coins. They need to be conserved. All right, so there is that one. Again, if you have questions or if you wanted to see any of them like that under the microscope, or if you just want me to go like this and just see what it looks like under like a regular light, so you can see that it's got some luster still in it, we can still do that, even though it doesn't really show you the details, but gives you a few different looks at the coin. We can look at any of them like that. No problem. Think it might have toned from the book? Absolutely, it's possible. Absolutely. There's a couple in here that are definitely toned from the book. I don't doubt that for a second. All right, let me get this here. Let me go to here. And that was lot number 7. So let's get that to the side right there. Nice and neat. Then we'll go on to lot number 8. It's on your coin bucket list. Well, it's available right now. Well, it'll be available in the auction on a Saturday. This one here's 1859, 1-year type coin. I'll just try to show under all 3 cameras that I got. I'll try to remember to do this. I'm sorry, guys. 1859, 1-year only type. It's got full Liberty, lots of feather detail. It's got almost 3.5 diamonds showing on the ribbon. There's the reverse, no shield on the reverse. That's why it's a 1-year type. Starting in 1860, there's a shield at the top. Hello, Anna. So there's that. We'll also show it under the other camera. Why not? It's a nice copper nickel, 1859, 1-year type. Yeah, these are thicker than a normal cent. The copper nickel ones are. Yeah. Liberty has a pearl necklace on the Indians, on all the Indian cents. You might not notice that if you're used to looking at crappy, worn down Indian cents, but if you look at nice Indian cents, then you notice that. Then you absolutely notice that. That there is our 1859. Next up, we got a copper nickel 1860. This one's really nice. This one's real nice. This one, I believe, might be recolored a little bit. Lightly cleaned, artificial color. It's just a little too bright. A little too bright, I think. So I don't think it would get a straight grade if we graded it. But it's a nice, it's got a lot of detail. It's got AU details for sure. And it would look great in a typeset album. That's what this is, that's where this was. And you see here, it's got the shield. Looks like there's a couple little spots maybe where there's some damage along the rim too. That's a little weird looking. Not sure what to make of that. Like some kind of surface issue there. I don't know if that's just pure damage or die cracking, or I guess we could zoom in. We got a microscope right here. Or if it's just a junk coin that I'm missing something on, I don't know. If only there was a place where we could get answers like this about our coins. Like, what is all that? Is that just damage? I think that's just damage. If only there was a Monday night coin show that talks about stuff like this all the time. If only. Yeah, it's definitely got some kind of cleaning or artificial recoloring. It's definitely cleaned or something, but there's some stuff going on here too. Something. I don't know. Yeah, it's got a look of being cleaned for sure. It's just too bright. I don't know what all that is. I guess I would just say it's some kind of damage there on the reverse. That there at the top of the shield definitely looks like damage between the rim and the shield. I don't know. Okay. We can get a close look at the obverse again here if you want to see a close look at that. 1860. And I'll zoom it back out. Sorry. Yeah, the obverse I don't think looks too bad. That goes to the question of starting it at $50. I still think it's worth at least a $50 starting bid. It's got AU details for sure on the obverse there. That reverse is a little funky. Okay. Yeah, if you got questions on any of them as we're showing them, definitely go ahead and ask, or we can show them again, or we can show them a different way or a different lighting, however you guys want to do it. And here it is under our other camera. Yeah, it's definitely lightly cleaned on the obverse, just a little too bright. They used to call these white cents back in the day, or nickels. These were actually our first nickels, 1860, because they were copper nickel, and they were a lot whiter in appearance than our copper cents and half cents from before, the large cents. And they called these nicks or nickels until 1865 when the 3-cent nickel came out, and then 1866 when the 5-cent nickel came out. But these were nickels back then, they called them. Nickel is not a denomination. Correct name for the coin is a 5-cent piece. Is the legal name, or and there you go. 1860 copper nickel. Next up is, which one is this? This is a 1907. This one's real nice. This one's real nice. Let's just go right to the microscope on this. A little spotty, but it's a mint state, probably a mint state 63-ish. 63 red brown would be what you'd call it. Maybe a 62 red brown if the spotting's just a little too much, but it's got beautiful luster, lots of color to it. And we'll flip that on here, and we'll go to here. Yeah, the spots look real bad under the microscope, but in hand they're not as offensive, and this is what it more looks like in hand. Alright, hope that shows you what you need to see on this one. I think we're starting it out cheap enough. For a nice blazer. That's a blazer is what some channels would say about it to try to get you to spend a lot of money on it. How you doing, Ida? How you doing? Best of the best indeed. Best of the best indeed. I saw Roseanne got her shirt. She was happy about it. Next up on the list is a 1909 VDB Lincoln cent. Near Dusk, how you doing? Oh, you met us at the show? Great. Great. Let's show off the 1909 VDB under the microscope. Nice one. No real issues there on the obverse. And pretty nice on the reverse. Sweet. And we'll go to this one. It's a really nice 1909 VDB Lincoln set. It's probably a mint state 63, 64, red brown. Looks like there might be, look at right there, right, the camera just caught it right in front of Lincoln's head, maybe a very fine scratch in the field that doesn't really show up unless the light catches it just wrongly. But it's there now that we see that. Yeah. That's why you got to use the flat clinch stapler, people. But still, it's a beautiful coin. Look great in an album. I don't want to hide anything from you guys. Ever. Gonna try to snatch some coins there, Bull? Nice. Thank you, thank you. And that there is... What lot was that? That was the VDB. That was number 11. Number 12, we got a steel set. I'm just going to go right back to that. Same view real quick. I got it handy. This is a 43S steel cent. She got a little album toning. There's that one. Let's go under the microscope too. Yo, Rafe, what's up? This one does have some scratches in it. You can see that along his face. And then let me try to move this light around a little bit. I had shown one on the... Yeah, you can see there's a light one on the script face. And then there's some like hairlines on his the top of his shoulder too. Oh, I've heard about the Indian Head Scent album. I've heard about that, Ida. I've heard that it's going to be pretty tough to fill in the first couple rows of that for sure. They get real expensive before 1880. Yeah, it's a nice little steel scent. Got some light hairlines on it. You don't like how the 4 doesn't look like it belongs? It does belong. I think it's just the 3 is so big and exaggerated is the problem. That's what it is. It's the 3 that makes the 4 look weird. Yeah. Like, why is the 3 so big? I don't know. That's the way it is. Yeah, almost filled. I hope you get it almost filled. But alright, that's that one. Let's start another pile of those. Next up, we got a 2 cent. 1864. This is a nice one. 1864. Lots of detail here. The large motto. Lots of detail there in the wreath. Nice color popping through. Try to get the light right into it, right into the light bulb, so you can see that there's some flash left in this and some good color to it. Did I screw up the focus? No, I got it back. Nice. All right, well, there you go. Nice 2-cent piece. Love it, love it. Put that there. All kinds of fuzz and stuff there. Next up is a Trime. Nice. Oh, you know what? Let's put that right here. Right under the camera while I got it ready to go. How about that? 1852. And it's got a lot of detail and color to it. I'm going to try to get it to show the color. We'll see the detail more under the camera, under the microscope. I'll show that in just a second. This is just hard to keep focused. You gotta be real careful and not move it around too much. It's just so tiny. You can't keep it focused. All right, I'll try to show that again in a second if we want. Well, let's go under here. I'll turn the light on because this one's just not getting light to it. Actually, I'm not going to leave that light on. The LED sucks. Anyway, 1852. You can see if I move it around a little bit, there's color to it, and you saw it under the other camera too. Trying to keep it under the camera. See the clashing? You can almost see the full star popping through on the reverse. Need a Peace Dollar album? Lots of Peace Dollar albums out there. You should be able to find those easy. I would think. I would think so. Start the auction now, I dare you? Yeah. Well, the auction did start now. Look at lot number 0. If you want to buy it now, you can buy everything. That part of the auction has started. You heard color? Uh-oh, Mikey. Well, there's a couple that have some color. We'll try to bring those to your attention. Anyway, that's the Trime. 3-cent nickels next. Let's just go pop that under. This is a pretty coin. First year of issue. All the detail is there. All the detail is there. The reverse, just a touch of wear on the high points. I'd say it's AU, close to mint state. And there's luster in there too. Like he's messing up his homework assignments? Huh. Probably. I'll show it to you upside down just so you get another look at it. How about that? And let's show it under the other camera too. Why not? We'll try to show everything. We got plenty of time. I hope so. Shine it right into the light so you can see there is underlying mint luster. Do a straight on shot. Yeah, if I get it out of that square, we lose all focus. It's just my camera set up, so with this camera at least. It's a great looking 3-cent piece. Perfect for a typeset album. First year of issue too. You only need 3 coins to fill a peace item, so if anyone here finds one, do you need the 3 coins or do you need the album itself? Because I got the 3 coins. I got all the Peace Dollars if you need them. But, alright. But I don't know if I have an album. Alright, what's next? We are on to lot number 16, 1858. Liberty. Seated. Half dime. Just a half of a dime. It's a little dirty and it's got a eyelash on it. There we go. Fix that. This one's in a little bit rough shape, but mostly just dirty toning that makes it look bad. It's actually got quite a bit of detail on it. It's hard to keep this under the scope, just not moving it too much. It's got a little bit of rim damage on the bottom reverse and the upper top there, a little bit. There we go, half dime. And we'll show it here just so you see what it looks like under this one. It's actually like a really dark blue to almost black toning. $21, $28. Yeah, I have those, but I'm not really going to show them right now, I don't think, because we're doing this. Okay. There's the 1858 half dime. Then we go to this one here. I think this is 1853, was it? 1853 with the arrows. Sure is. $18.53 with arrows. Very nice. Everybody needs that for their typesets. Yeah, the 1921s and the 28s, just like pretty much every key date coin in just about every series, has gone up a ton in value in the last couple of years. This one you can see if I get it just in the light, it's got a little bit of color to it. Just a little bit. There you go. 1853 with arrows. 1853 with arrows. Half dime. Next, 1871. Seated Liberty half dime. Why did they keep doing half dimes from 66 to 73? Because. Because. Why not? Still 5 cents. I mean, you can have two 5-cent coin, one's silver, one's nickel. We have a dollar coin and a dollar bill right now, right? So. But yeah, I don't know though if there was like a discussion ever of like when to stop it and when not to, but they definitely stopped. And I think the mintages did go down on a lot of them, but I know that when they recalled, they stopped issuing half dimes, and what is it, 1873 was the last year. Whenever they'd get turned in, they all went back to the mint, and they hoarded them, and they had bags and bags and bags full of old half dimes, and they melted them, almost all of them, down to make Colombian halves in 1892 with a lot of old half dimes. That's fun. Hello, Sammy. Hello, Coin Dragon. Hello, John. What's up? So that there is the 1871. Kind of a dark toned one, but you can see it's not super dark if you just get it under a normal light and a normal look. It's just dirty. It's got a lot of original detail. It's got at least XF detail on it. You can see the kernels of corn on the wreath and everything. Alfred's back. Welcome back, Alfred. 1871. Now we're getting into the 5-cent nickels. Story about the mint hoarding half dime starts the same way as the mom and pop story. Well, except the mint story is true. 1871, what would that grade? Like I said, I mean, I'm looking at it. Let me just look at it again. I mean, let's look at it under the scope again if you really want to know. This one. I mean, you can see the clasp on her shoulder, holding the corner of her dress. You see all the folds of her dress. I'd say at least XF details. I mean, you could even argue that it might be AU details. But it's a little dirty, and there's maybe a little bit of some... it's just a weird coloring, and... But look on the reverse, there's like hardly anything worn. I mean, if I can hold it still for a second, sorry. There's hardly any wear. Hey, Washington State Jags fan. You can see full corn kernels there on the right-hand side. It might be AU details if you're really being... But I don't think it would straight grade. I don't know. It'd be close. It just looks a little bit off. I don't know. I don't know if they would call it environmental damage or it needs conservation or... I don't know. Hope that helps. And again, that's just my guess. I'm not certifying it or like grading it, or I'm just giving you what I think. I hope that helps. All right. 1866 with Ray's Shield Nickel. These are fun. With Ray's, huh? This is in pretty nice shape. Got some flatness there in the lines of the shield. Some of that might be wear, some of it might be weak strike. Got some die crack at the end of the first arrow there on the left. Kind of cool, running all the way through to the date. We should zoom in on that. You guys like looking at crap like that, don't you? Well, so do I. Well, so do I. Is that one of the repunch dates, or is that just all cracks and messed up? I have no idea. I don't know. Doesn't matter. If you guys think it's something special, then bid on it. Bid on it. But that's pretty cool, isn't it? Attention, Paula. Attention, Paula. Freeze frame. This could be 15 minutes on the live coin Q&A next Monday. Freeze frame. All right. There's cracks there on the eye for In God We Trust. Sweet. This coin is cracked. It's all cracked over here. Look at that. I might have to raise the starting bid on this one now that I'm looking at it. Otherwise, I might just want to keep it. Any more cracks, or is it just all... Oh yeah, there's cracks there of an America. All right, let's zoom out so we can see the full thing. Sweet. Moving it the wrong way. Yeah. Looks like it's a little bit off center or something. What's going on there? Why is there no reading there on the bottom corner? If only there was a coin Q&A that I could ask. What's going on there? Why is the denticles disappear there? Was it just lopsided in the press? What's going on there? I have no idea. Here, freeze frame. That could be another 10 minutes of discussion on coin Q&A right there. Misaligned? Is that what that is? Okay. What do you want me to look at? You want me to look if there's any lathe lines between the rays? Well, like, I can zoom all the way in if you want me to do it. I'll do it. I'll go as close as I can get. I'll turn my microscope light on and we'll focus. I don't know where we're looking, but if you see something, then Is this where, am I even looking in the right spots? Am I even looking in the right spots? And then here, I'll turn the microscope light off. Well, looks like there's some sideways lines there by those stars. Almost like a lathe, like that would turn that, right? Make it a circle. Let me focus a little better. That LED light washes everything out. I hate the LED light. Ah, I barely moved it now that I can't find the right spot again. There we go. Okay, so you see what you want to see there, huh? Cool. Yeah, I turn this light on. It just makes it look totally different. Okay, that was fun. Hey, while we're zoomed in, let's go look at those cracks on the other side again, huh? Check that out, eh? Is that focused? That's as good as I can focus. I'm too close to it. Let's turn the microscope light on, wash everything away. Actually, that makes it look cooler. Alright, that's fun. No coin Q&A on Monday, I already asked. They're taking off for Halloween like it's a real friggin' holiday or something. Come on. It's children going out getting candy. It's not a real holiday. But okay. Alright. I'm a party pooper, I guess. Like it's a real holiday or something. I could see like if it was on Veterans Day or something, they want to take that day off. Like our coin club meeting next month is on Veterans Day, so I need to reschedule that. That's like a holiday and stuff, you know, a real thing. But they're taking off on Halloween. They're taking off on Halloween. All right, here we go. We'll show under this camera real quick. 1866 shield nickel with rays. That's a nice example. I think so. You got grandkids, it's a holiday. Yeah, I guess. Alright, next up is another shield nickel. What's the date of this one? 1870. 1870. Move that light back out of my way. There's too much glare. There it is, 1870 shield nickel. You like the die cracks on that one? It's kind of fun, Randy. A lot of the shield nickels and the Liberty nickels get tons of those. They can. The lathe lines, huh? Was that something when they from when they carved the original design, or was it like part of the making like the die, or I don't even know what the lathe lines are, or whatever you guys are talking about. I mean, I could see what they were, but I don't know what step they're made. I mean, it's got to be when they transfer the design from like the big plaster or whatever they make to the original die, right? Where else would that come from? I don't know. Again, if there was only a place where we could ask those questions, and so that's that. Again, if I missed something, let me know. We can show it again, or we can zoom in on something if you're wanting to see. Come on, focus. There we go. 1870. No raise. So yeah, that makes sense too, because if it was done from the design to like the master die, it'd be like on all of them, unless it's something. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Then that's weird. And I guess I don't know. Unless it's something like dye polish lines, which you see on a lot of coins, but then if the coin wears down a little bit, you don't see them. Or they're harder to see. I don't know. I'm sure maybe one of you guys will explain it someday. And maybe I'll be watching then. That there is our 1870 shield nickel. Now we're getting into, this one's really nice. I almost want to send this one in for grading. 1883, no cents, Liberty nickel. And let's do this real quick there. And microscope, we gotta go to. What's MD? Machine doubling? Mechanical doubling? 1866 is well known for him, huh? Alright. Let's take a look at this one. This one's got tons of detail. There's some hairlines right in the upper part of the field. Unless I get my loop out. No, I don't think that's cleaning. I just think it's polish. Because you can see it like coming right out of the front of Liberty's head too, like it's even underneath the design. I don't think that's cleaning. It's got almost like a slightly proof-like appearance to it too. I'll try to shine it into the light so we can see that. We'll see it more on the other camera. Nice frosty 1883. A little bit of spottiness on the reverse would keep it from a super high grade. Shiny Purdy Gmail you on that one, huh? Well, let's take a look at it under the other camera. Put that in the light. It's got a little flash to it. A little reflectivity. I don't think that's cleaning at the top there. You can see the hairlines when I just do go like right to there. I think that's just a polished area of the die, because the lines go like right underneath the stars, and that's polishing. That's not cleaning, I don't think. If it was cleaning, I'd tell you if I thought it was. It's cool though. And all the other YouTubers that ever sell these will tell you, yeah, and they used to gold plate these and pass them off as $5 gold coins. Yeah. So because I'm on YouTube, I have to tell you that that's what they used to do on all these. All right. Which, not really much evidence that it ever really did happen. But maybe one guy did it one time, or there was an opportunity for someone to maybe do that one time, but any of them that you see that are gold plated or have a fake gold wash, that was all done in the 50s and 60s, almost certainly. 1950s and 60s. All right, let's look at the next one. This is just 1908 Liberty nickel. You love that nickel look nice in your typeset? A lot of these nickels would look nice in your typeset, Mikey, depending on what's in your typeset. And this is just pretty, I mean, it's maybe a little bit better than average condition, this one. A lot of times you see the Liberty nickels worn down and no detail, but this one isn't super special. Have I told us about how they used to hold gold plate them and try to... Oh yeah, it's just you have to talk about that, right? And try to build up and make your stuff sell for more. Absolutely. There's some color on this one. I wouldn't call it super attractive color, but it's there. Clever's still driving through the parking garage. If you guys haven't seen that, go to Clever Coin Names channel. It's got like a 5-minute video of him just parking his car through this crazy New Orleans parking garage up 10 floors or whatever. All right, let's take a look under here. The reverse on this one actually looks pretty cool, I think. It's almost got a little bit of a streaky, colorful look. Right there you can see some color, look at that. But I don't know if it's worth too much of a premium because of that. But if you guys need a 1908 Liberty nickel, or you just like that color, and there you go. Yeah, we're still waiting for the drive out of the parking garage. I think so, right? Oh, and there goes my camera. Cool. That there was the 1908 Liberty. That was lot number 22. Lot number 22. Lot number 23 is an amazing 1913 Type 1 Buffalo nickel. Buffalo nickel, I say. Some call them Indian head nickels, I guess, too. But we call them buffalo nickels, apparently. You hope they got an elevator in that parking garage? Exactly. How you doing, Jeff? Good to see you. Trying to be here Saturday. If you can't be here, Jeff, there is we do accept proxy bids. So right now we're showing all the coins in the auction, and if you know you can't be here, we do accept proxy bids by email. So everybody can bid. But good to see you. Yeah, this is a fun old typeset. I'm gonna put out a video tomorrow on it, on the whole set, I think. Just showing it in the album still, but just thought it'd be fun selling the coins one by one to people. This is a real nice buffalo nickel. Type 1, 1913. With, I think, a little bit of a lamination cracking on there or something. But it's got tons of detail. I think it's mint state. I don't see wear on it. I keep going the wrong way. Like I got like it's kind of backwards when I'm looking on my screen versus where I gotta move the coin, so I gotta do everything backwards. Nice horn, exactly, Randy. Exactly. It's got tons of detail. You want to zoom in on this crack? Let's do it. Just for the hell of it. Pretty sure it's not just a scratch. I don't think you could make a scratch that perfect on going across all them surfaces. Can I focus better than that? There we go. And we got those of you guys that aren't following along and want to see what's in here, we do have an auction catalog. I'll put up the link right there for it. We got an auction catalog there on Google Docs. There's like a nice crack going all the way through the buffalo. Almost cracking it and dividing it there. That's no scratch. No, it's some kind of die crack or going into a lamination. I don't even know. But it's an issue on the coin. It's a mint error, I guess, but not a major one. And then there's Type 1 on the mound instead of the line there. Let's zoom this back out. It doesn't really go all the way across, Shannon. It doesn't really go all the way across, so I wouldn't call it bisecting, but it's close. And we don't even see it at some angles. We can get it to be exaggerated there, kind of, at other angles. Very nice coin, isn't it? Yeah, I don't see any wear on it. Again, we'll show the obverse again. But it is what it is. Extreme close-up. Yeah, no Monday Night Live coin Q&A on Halloween. They're going to be out you know what? You probably show up at their houses. They're probably like those lame people that give little bags of pennies, right? Or little bags of cents, I should say. They probably don't even give candy at their houses, do they? I bet you all those live coin Q&A people give little bags of like Lincoln cents. Come on. All right. You ever remember those people that when you'd go trick-or-treating and they'd have the little bag of change they'd give you? I mean, I kind of liked it because I collect coins, but I'd also like candy. Also like candy on Halloween. Yeah, I'm not seeing any wear on the high points here. Don't see any luster breaks or anything. It's a nice Type 1 1913. You give out candy corn? Oh, man. I don't know about that. Alright, that there. Type 1, 1913. Mikey, take a break from your homework. We got a toner to show you. 1936, San Francisco Buffalo nickel. 1936. This one's got some scratches and some wear on it, though. But it's got tons of album toning. So you can see there, you can see the fine scratches in his head. And there's just a touch of wear on the high points. I believe there is. Could just be discoloration from the toning, too. I think there's a little bit of wear on the up right above the braid. But it's a beautiful coin. Look at all that color in there, Mikey. Try to show it under the other camera, too. Sammy never got changed from trick-or-treating. Do they not do that anymore? Because I remember getting changed trick-or-treating, like little sacks of, just a little sack of pennies. Oh, there's a lot of color on this one. Does the Indian have red toning? There's all kinds of colors on it. I'm trying to show it. Remember, the microscope light sucks. I'll show it under the other camera in just a second. I'll show it under the other camera right now. Let's do it. I don't think it's red toning on the Indian. Mostly golden and blue on that side, but this side has all the colors. Not really showing up too well, though, is it? It showed up better under the on the microscope. Ah, I went too close. Come on. Oh, I blew it there. I blew it there. The focus? There we go. This one's got a lot more reds and purples and greens, and it's just really hard to show. Hopefully you can see it popping through on there. Tilt it this way and see some color too. Yeah, really nice coin. Anyway, that's that one. 1936S Buffalo nickel. Used to get changed from a house, but not because they gave it to you. Oh, okay. Mikey's making a website for his homework. You had to choose a restaurant. You picked Capone's Coal-Fired Pizza. Now, do you have to tell the restaurant you're doing that and work with them, or is it just like you're just doing it? All the colors of Fruity Pebbles, right? You want to see a nice coin, Mikey? Take a break from your web project, because we got ourselves a really nice war nickel here. 45S. Definitely with some album toning on it. So you got, almost looks cooked up, doesn't it? That nice 45S. Definitely album toning there. Get some blue and gold along the rim. A little spotty though. A little spotty. Doesn't look that way in hand though, as much. Nice flashy, shiny, pretty war nickel. Let's show it under the other camera. Oh, the other camera's going nuts right now. The focus on it. Let me fix this real quick though. Here we go. There we go. We got it focused in now. Come on. Had it. There we go. Lots of original mint luster. Again, this is a 35% silver wartime issue. And it's a mint state. Yeah, I think it's a nice one. I think it's a nice one. All right, next up will be an 1858, I believe, seated Liberty dime. 1858. Yeah, it's a pretty cool one, Randy. That was a pretty cool one. This is a nice little dime, though. Not much wrong with this one. Just a little bit of circulation wear. Perfect for a typeset, at least on that side. Let's look at the other side. There we go. That's about as good as you're going to get right there for the grade. Nothing wrong with that. Just a little bit of wear on the high points. Mikey doesn't do mountains of ketchup. He does ponds. P-O-N-D. He makes a pond of ketchup on his plate. That's what he calls it. Like when he makes mashed potatoes, he puts a big depression in his mashed potatoes and makes a pond of gravy. He does ponds. All right, 1858. Seated Liberty dime. I don't think you're going to get mad at that one. Well, we got this under here. Let's just go right to the next one. 1854 with arrows. 1854 with arrows. A little dark. I mean, I can turn on the microscope light, but it's gonna you're gonna see the dots from the LEDs. It does show there's a little underlying luster you can see. Even look at that. If you get super bright light, there's even a little color there, Mikey. Look at that. It does show that there is underlying luster there. I guess that's about what that LED light's good for. But other than that, it's good for not a darn thing, huh? Hello, treasured sons. Welcome, welcome. There's the reverse side. Just again, some wear on the high points, but a nice overall. Seated dime with arrows. We'll just keep that scope up. Let's just go to the next one. And another one. And another one. Joe Johnson just subscribed. Well, thank you, Joe Johnson. Much appreciated. 1876. This one's got a little more detail than the last couple, it looks like. 1876. 1876. And what's special about this one? And what's so special about this one? Well, if I can find the scope, there it is. It's got a CC at the bottom. That's kind of fun, right? 1876 Carson City Liberty seated dime, or seated Liberty dime, however have you. Seated Liberty dime, 1876 Carson City, and a centennial year. Yes, 1876 centennial year issue, very popular. No doubt about it, Jeff. Actually, one of our last auctions, if you go back an auction or two ago, we had a nice run of 1876 coins, including a 1876 20-cent piece, which was in really nice shape and went for a handsome sum. The only issue here is you see right there along the bottom rim, right before the date, There is a scratch that goes from the rim and just into the corner of the rock there that Liberty's seeded upon, but a little tiny issue there, but I'd get over that pretty quick if I were you. All right, hey, let's just go right to the next one while I got this. How about a nice barber dime, which would be lot number 29 in our sale. Look at that baby. Woo! Some very fine light scratches on the surfaces, but not enough to cause me too much concern. A little bit of toning in it, though. I'd say this is an AU piece. Bright, shiny, purdy. Nice die crack there on the 7 or 8 o'clock position there. Probably 8 o'clock position. I don't know. People don't even know how to read clocks anymore. They don't teach that anymore. You guys don't even know what I'm talking about unless I show you a digital clock, do you? Let's show that one under the other camera just to get another look at it, because it is a nicer one. And make that full screen at least. Focus. That one scratch across the, you see it glistening right there. It's about the only one of concern, but right from the eye down to the neck. But it's a nice coin. Nicer than most of the barber dimes we see out there in the auctions, isn't it? Unless you're talking about like the real expensive online certified coin auctions. There's some hairlines on the reverse too. I'm not gonna say they're not there, but definitely strong AU details. Almost looks like a mint state. Beauty. And last but not least in our sale on Saturday for part 1 of the auction is this beautiful 1939 Mercury dime that Mikey's going to want to look at. He's going to want to look at this one. 1939 Mercury dime. It's got some colors in there. The reverse is even better as far as the color goes. But looks like there also might be a few light scratches now that we get it under the scope. What's the grade? Will that dime probably AU details cleaned or AU details scratched, Mikey, on the barber dime? That'd be my guess. I'm not going to say that there's a chance it would straight grade. I wouldn't guarantee that, or I wouldn't, say that I think it would for sure. Yeah, nice little Merc dime there. And that there is going to be the last lot of part 1 of our sale. Let's show this here real quick too. Yeah, look at that color on the reverse. The color's cool. But yeah, right there you can see on the right-hand side there's a couple scratches in the field. Probably some more staples. Someone didn't have the Max brand flat clinch stapler. Too bad. Too bad. But it is for sale. Again, Saturday is our auction. Again, if you see all these coins here and you want all of them, including the typeset album they included in, there is a buy it now option. There is a buy it now option if you want to buy them all. That buy it now option does expire tomorrow evening. I want to be able to at least know that, whether we're going to do the auction or not by that point. So there they are. Those are the 30 lots in part 1 of our sale. At this point, we're going to go ahead and start showing the coins for part 2 of the sale. But the part 2 of the sale will not be until November 5th. But I want all this to be shown in one preview, because in case someone does want to buy it now, I want them to be able to see everything. And you'll just be able to go ahead and see the... Then we don't have to do another preview next week is basically it. So let me go ahead and put these coins... Did anybody want to take another look at any of the coins from part 1 here while we got them out? Anybody want to see any of the coins from part 1 again? We just showed them all, but does anybody need to see any of them again? I don't think you do, but you tell me. You tell me. That is part 1. And then these are part 2 right there. Cool. Can I show the war nickel but zoom out on the S? Or zoom in on the S? Okay. If I can find it here. Yeah. So the war nickel. Microscope it and zoom in on the S. You think it's a repunch mint mark? Yeah, I hope it is. And Randy might bid. Oh, I smashed into the coin there with the microscope. Is that what you want to see, Randy? I'm trying to show it from a different angle, but I just moved it way too much. You want me to turn the light on? All right. Good? You like it? Can't focus now on this thing. I think I just screwed up my microscope. Yeah, gotta buy a new microscope, Randy. Good thing I know where to get one. Oh, there we go. I just spun it around all the way to the wrong way. All right, that there was the war nickel. Which other one did you guys want to see? You want to see... you want to see 1857, lot number 7 again. 1857, lot number... Flying Eagle cent? Okay. I can find that pretty quick here. I think it's this bad boy right here. Yeah. There, see it? See it? I'm gonna see it under here. I don't know. Just let me know how you want to see it. Can turn on the light, which you just see reflections of the LEDs. I'll move it around a little bit. See. Yeah, again, I don't see any wear on the high points of the eagle. And I can show it under the other camera a little bit, and I can move this light around, and that doesn't help at all, does it? Okay. No, it's a nice coin. It's a nice coin. Hi CM Silver, how you doing? Gold preview. We're gonna get through it all tonight. We're gonna do it all tonight. We're halfway through it. I'm going a little slower than I wanted to go through it, but that's fine. Let's show this real quick here because you guys wanted to see it again, though. Go here and go here. It's a real nice coin. Just a little dark on the surfaces. That's why I think it would be like an MS61, maybe a 62-ish. It wouldn't be like a higher mint state. Just because that mutes a lot of the luster. There you go. Roy missed lot number 4. Well, that's tough. Oh, you want to see lot number 4 then? Okay, no problem. What's up, Roy? What's lot number 4? That's what I got to figure out. Lot number 4 is the 1813. Okay. Let me get this back where it goes, kinda. I'll have to double check all these later because I'm mixing them up, I think. I think this is lot number 4. No, that's lot number 5. This one here is lot number 4. $1813, you can just make out the top part of the date. There's some little pieces of cardboard from the album still stuck to the surface. Pretty worn down. A little bit of light porosity on the reverse you can see there. All the details there, though. And we'll show it under the other one here real quick. So you can see there, top part of the date, definitely 1-3. And there's the reverse. And there you go. Yeah, and these classic head large cents are real tough to get in nicer grades. Real tough. Just not a lot of them out there. Not a lot of them out there that are nicer. Just, again, in the middle of like the War of 1812, and we previously got most of our copper blanks from England, I believe. And I don't think they were being very nice to us in 1813, so maybe it was a little tougher for us to get high quality copper blanks, and they were using some garbage to mint on. All right. You guys ready? You guys ready? Kyle's going to watch the rest of this later. All right, let's get into it. We're going to go in and look at, starting with part 2 of the auction, right here. And I'm going to go a little bit faster through these, but if you do see something you're seriously contemplating bidding on, don't be shy to stop me. This one here is 1958 Roosevelt dime. It's a classic mint set toner. Probably came straight out of a mint set. It's got some toning to it, but it's mint state. It's got luster. Not the most attractive, but it's not ugly either. Reverse is a lot nicer. So there's that. 1958. And I just unzoomed Other one, let me wait for that to focus back, and then I'll show it over the other screen. The T word, toning, right? Mikey's back. Mikey's taking another break from his schooling. Put this under there. Over here. This. You can see it's just full mint luster. And the reverse is pretty. Nice little Roosevelt dime. After that, we got ourselves a 20-cent piece. Let's put this one away. Start piling those up. 20-cent piece. This is a 1875S. Couple little scratches in the fields, but it's got quite a bit of detail as well. You got booted, Steve. I hope it wasn't anything we did. And there it is. Lots of detail on that eagle on the reverse. Some scratches right above the eagle's head in the field. But for the opening bid, tons of detail. This is gonna... Everybody needs a 20-cent piece. Everybody needs a 20-cent piece. A little bit of a doubled rim there, too, on the top there. There you go. Nice 20-center. Yeah, let's try to go through these a little bit quicker here. Next up would be this one here. 1832 capped bust quarter. 1832 capped bust $quarter. Pretty nice shape. You're like, what do you mean nice shape? They're all circular. Well, yeah, it's a nice shape. Got full rim, lots of original detail. 25 cents. You know you need a 20-cent piece? Well, the 1875S is definitely the highest mintage and cheapest one to get. And the one most people get for their typeset. Mikey's going to do the rest tomorrow. It's due Sunday at midnight. All right. Well, you know you best, Mikey. You know if you'll be able to do it. That there is the cap bust quarter. We're going to go right here into this one here. 1858 seated Liberty. Definitely some wear on the high points there. There's the reverse of that one. 1858. No motto is what the type is on that one. We do not have arrows and rays or arrows seated quarter in this sale. It wasn't part of the typeset. But we do jump into this one right here next. And this is the 1876 Carson City quarter. Very nice coin. There's the In God We Trust motto above the eagle and the CC mint mark just below. 76 CC. Again, centennial year. Woo! Following that, we gotta show this one. No barber quarter in the sale, but we got this beauty. Look at that. 1917 Standing Liberty quarter, type 1. This is in excellent condition here. 17, I'll turn it a little bit just so you can see it from a different angle. Try rotating it a little bit so you can see there is luster here. I'll show this one under the other camera too. That's a nicer overall coin. Very popular design, and very popular one to get, type 1. And let's show that under the other one here, just so you can see what we're dealing with. Where are we at? Where are we at? There we are. So there's one little black spot on the rim there. I don't know if that can be messed with or not, but there we go. I don't know what that is in the rim. We'll look at that in my loop in just a second. Yeah, that's a nice coin. Is allowed. Let's go back to the microscope for a second. Yeah, there's definitely something there on the rim. Let me look at that with my loop so I can see if I can give you guys a better idea if that's just something on the surface or if it's just toning or what that is, because it stands out now that I look at it. I mean, it looks like there's something like kind of on the surface there, like just raised up a little bit, and then like maybe even like burnt around it. Like maybe even someone hit it with like a little touch of electricity or something and just burnt the coin in that spot. That's kind of what it looks like. I mean, I don't want to be bad-mouthing the coin because it's a nice coin. And I want you guys to spend lots of money on it, but I want you guys to know what the hell you're buying too. Let's take a look at this, see if we can... See what I mean there? It almost looks like someone touched it with something that like burnt it right there. Interesting, huh? Could be from a cigarette. I have no idea what it's from. No idea. I doubt it's from a cigarette. But I know one thing. Is it's almost got the full nipple and lots of detail there. Lots of shield detail. Almost full. I got all the hair in the head. It's a high-grade, high-end example. And if you're buying this for a typeset, like it where it was, you put this in an album, and you're not even going to see that because that's going to be up against the cardboard, and you won't even see that rim issue. But you'll know it's there. I just want you guys to know exactly what you're getting. It almost does look like that, Paula. It almost does look that. And you know what? The whole coin, just in fairness, it does have the look of maybe being lightly cleaned. I don't think it's full. It has full luster. I guess it's very possible that this could be an ex-jewelry piece, Paula. Like maybe it was inside of something before and maybe soldered right there. But it doesn't look harshly cleaned or like roughly cleaned like I would expect in a jewelry coin or polished. But it does look lightly clean to me. Like just very, like, there's a little bit of luster missing. But really looking around the whole coin, that's the only spot like that. If it was a jewelry coin, I would think to see at least one on each side or, you know, one in like 3 different spots where there'd be a rim issue. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, that there is the Type 1 Standing Liberty cord. And that'll be available. It's a real nice one. Another nice Standing Liberty is this one here, 29S. A little less detail in this one, but still it's got some details. Not totally mad at it. Piece of gunk on the eagle wing there, though. Kind of mad at that. That almost looks like it could be picked off the surface, whatever that is. But I ain't messing with it, and I don't recommend you do either. But if you buy it, you do whatever you want with it, because it'll be yours. There's the 1929S. After that, we get into some capped bust $50. Look at this sucker. 1828 capped bust $50. It's got the straight 2, the flat 2 on the bottom, and I believe these are large 8s. I know there's several different varieties of these. Most of them are all worth about the same amount. A couple of them are a little bit better. Ambeth's late. Hey, Ambeth, we recorded it for you. You can watch it back later. It's all right, Ambeth. 1828. What's a detail? It's for sure. A little baby bit of a rim ding there. Alright, let's show that under the other view there in a second here, because I got to refocus again. Of course I do. Of course I do. Of course it's not cooperating right when I want it to be here. Come on, come on. Almost there. Now we can show it. There we go. This one does have some hairlines. It's been cleaned. You can see that right there. It's been cleaned and retoned. But it's got some nice color. Look at that, Mikey. Look at that color. Oh, holy crap. No, just been cleaned and album toned. Pretty common, but lots of original detail. That's what you want in a typeset, is to be able to see what the coin really looked like. Not all worn down. Sweet. But there's the 1828 capped bust $50. Capped bust $50. Then we go into the 1837 reeded edge bust $50. It's got a scratch right there on her neck. Lightly cleaned all over, I think. Just a little too bright. Cleaned and retoned. It's not harsh. Reeded edge. A little bit of wear. Not too much. Nice overall coin. You got one that was buffed by steel wool? No, you don't want to do that to your coins. You shouldn't do that, Aaron. Don't do that anymore. Please stop. Please stop doing that. No, I'm not saying you did it. You said you just have one, right? So maybe it wasn't you. Okay, okay. All right, microscope on this one. This is 1849 Seated Liberty. I believe this one's out of Narlands, and it is. Big O mint mark. $18.49. Nice looking coin. The no motto variety. Little rim ding there. You can kind of see this in the different wear it puts right there, right before the date. Not too bad. Not too bad. But it's there. Whole thing is like lightly toned from the album, a little bluish purple color. You see that? It's hard to make out unless you shine it right into a light. That's from sitting in the album for probably 30 years or so. $49.00. You should buy it if you're a 49ers fan. There you go, right there, right? 1849er. Sweet. Next up after that is another Seated Liberty, 1877S. 1877 San Francisco. Lots of detail there, look at that. Tons of detail. You like the flips, Aaron? What are you talking about? I just put them in some flips. I took them right out of the album, put them in these flips. And I didn't even fold them over yet because I wanted to be able, I knew I'd be sticking them under the microscope here and I didn't want to be dealing with that. But in God we trust. Auction's going to be a sweet one. I hope so, Silver Bull. Actually, I hope someone looks at all these and starts doing some math and starts to figure out what they're really worth and says, Kittle, screw it. Let's just do the buy it now, and then we don't even have the auction at all. It's going to upset quite a few of you, but it'll make one person, well, actually it'll make two people, the buyer and me, happy. Right? Right? Everybody else will be upset if we did that, but the buyer and me might be happy. It'll save me 2 days of doing an auction, too. And save you guys that time. Then you can go, we can all do other stuff and go outside and touch some grass or something. 1877, San Francisco. Pretty nice coin. Not mad at that one. That's a nice one. What do we got next? Nothing too crazy here. Just a fairly worn down Barber. 1908. I mean, it's got full rim. It's probably a good 6 or so. I don't think it gets into VG territory. You know, light surface scratches. Typical, maybe slightly better than average, what you see. 080. 1908 Narlands. 1908 Narlands. Thanks, Washington. We got some kilos to go through. Oh yeah, believe me, I got more auctions planned. I got more auctions ready to go and planned for sure. That one there is the 080 New Orleans Barber $50. Here's a nice walking Liberty. Let's just show it right here. Look at that luster. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Here's a 42 Walker. Some golden toning right about the date at the bottom of the dress. Nice walking Liberty. Plenty of details to go around on that. A little bit hazy. We'll show that right here. A little bit hazy on the surfaces. That's from probably sitting in the album. You can see it on the surface there. But when we get it into the light, all that disappears and it's just pure luster. It could probably be brightened up with a little bit of conservation, no doubt, but I wouldn't mess with it. I'm not going to mess with it. That's a nice coin. You can see the sandals. That's there you are right there. You can see all the different straps on them. Those are Birkenstocks, I think, aren't they? Maybe? No? Can't tell. I mean, they're definitely not those foam things that everybody wears around, whatever the hell those things are. They're definitely not the Crocs, Randy. They're definitely not Crocs. Come on. Those are some fancier ones than that. We're not talking about the ladies you see walking around Walmart wearing the Crocs. Alright. Next up, I mean, these two are going to be pretty fast. We'll go through. This is a 1962 proof Franklin half. 62 proof. It's been sitting in an album, so it got some dirtiness around the rims and Skechers, maybe? Maybe. There you go. Nothing too crazy about that right there, I don't think. Just Proof Franklin half. If you need one, it's right there. Similarly, we got ourselves a 1964 Proof Kennedy. $350 for the whole lot. The buy it now is a little higher than that. The buy it now for everything is a little bit higher than that. Alright, Converse. I don't think they're Converse. I didn't see the star. In a week and a half is when you get your Pokemon card back. Okay. Which toner? I don't even know what toner Mikey's talking about. I don't even know if I still got it. We'll have to chat about that, Mikey. I don't even remember which toner you're talking about. I remember there's a South African coin you wanted, but I don't remember the toner. Was I supposed to save that? I don't know. Maybe I sold it already. Who knows? Mikey will be pissed. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, so here is the, I don't know if you guys could figure it out if that's accented hair or not. I have no idea. I'll just pretend like it's not and say that it's not, even though it might be. Actually, it's got a lot of hair detail, doesn't it? Randy says it's not accented, though. How could it be any more accented than that? How could it be any more accented than that, Randy? I don't know, it looks pretty nice, though. That's a nice Kennedy half. Proof. $1964. And a couple little spots on the reverse. Oh, I shouldn't even have showed those to you, huh? No, they're there. Extreme close-up. We got a couple commemorative half dollars, classic commemoratives. There's 4 spots for those in the typeset albums. The first one we got here is the Monroe Doctrine Centennial. 1923S. It's got Monroe and Adams. Presidents 5 and 6 right there. United States of America, in God we trust. And it's got a scratch right there from the rim going in the Adams head. Bummer. And this is the Los Angeles commemorative. Look at that, Los Angeles. 1823 to 1923. Nothing to do with the city of Los Angeles, those dates. Monroe Doctrine Centennial. Monroe Doctrine has nothing to do with the city of Los Angeles. But they put Los Angeles on here. Nice, isn't that cool? And they got the 2 people holding hands right at the Panama Canal. It's shaped like North America and South America. Really cool. Now, this was a propaganda piece put out by the film industry in LA and Hollywood. Hollywood had a pretty bad rap in the 1920s, and a lot of people didn't like Hollywood for various reasons, and they decided to get a commemorative coin made for themselves to try to boost up their image. They tried to boost up their image a little bit, and they decided they had to make up some reason to do a commemorative coin, and they looked at the calendar, and they're like, hey, the Monroe Doctrine's 100 years old, so there's the Monroe Doctrine half dollar, put out by Hollywood, 1923. Next year, 100th anniversary of this coin. After that, we got this one here. The 1952 Washington Carver. Got so much writing on this, doesn't it? So much writing. Pretty much a horrible coin design, all that writing. This one's not too bad, though. They've got the whole USA on there. They didn't put Delaware on there. It was too tiny. No Delaware. All right. Freedom and opportunity for all. Americanism. USA. 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 All right. That there is the Washington Carver. Got here a 1946 Booker T. Washington. 1946 Booker T. Washington. Yeah, Delaware's too tiny. Couldn't fit it in there. Birthplace Memorial. From Slave Cabin to Hall of Fame. Franklin County, Virginia. There we go. Mikey sent me a Discord message on the South African coin. Okay. That was the Booker T. Washington. And last but not least for the classic commems is a lightly cleaned 1892 Colombian. Yeah, maybe a little more than lightly cleaned now that I look at it under the scope. It's cleaned. Probably AU details cleaned. A little bit of rim toning coming back to it though, but it'd be a Colombian half. 1492 to 1892. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Did you guys know that? Well, if you go to school in California these days, they don't even teach that anymore, I don't think. Because they don't do Columbus Day anymore, do they? Sad. All right. But it's still a federal holiday, so post office and the banks were closed. Next up after that, we're getting into some seeded Liberty dollars. 1860. Oh, really? The reserves on these starting bids are up there a little bit, but still well below what I think they're valued at. Just start looking around and see what these things sell for. Let's first show it under the scope. We're not going to be able to see the whole thing at once, so we'll have to move it around. But the rims are pretty much free of issues. There's a little bit of a nick in the rim there, but not really an issue. This is the No Motto type, 1860. And I'll show it under the other camera so we see it all at once. There's the O mint mark right under the eagle. $1. United States of America. And we're going to show this here. Seeded dollar. You don't like that pick of commemoratives? Why not, Gringo? What was wrong with it? A lot of people put the Colombian in there. A, because it's one of the cheaper ones. But B, because it's the first classic commemorative. A lot of people put the Colombian in their typeset. Almost all of the typesets I see, one of the 4 spots is a Colombian half. I think when I put a typeset together, I had a really nice Colombian half in mine. Now, that wasn't a nice one, but the next lot is an 1871 seeded Liberty dollar. This one's got a nice circulation look. And maybe they liked Booker T. Washington. Who knows? I don't know who they were. Maybe they liked Booker T. Washington, so they put the Booker T and the what do you call it in there? And the Washington Carver. And if they were from California, that explains the Los Angeles Monroe Doctrine one. Don's Cards and Coins and Don's Coins, Cards, and Collectibles. Okay. D-Triple-C's in the house. Been busy at home. All right. We do not need floor pizza tonight, Mikey. It's already 8 o'clock. 1871 seeded Liberty. That microscope doesn't fit the coin too well, so we're going to show that right here. Some wear on the high points, but just a great looking type coin. Probably retail over $500 on this, no doubt, in this condition. I wouldn't doubt it. 1871 seeded dollar. Again, if you needed to see anything else up close or any of the other coins that we've been going maybe a little too fast for you, you can ask, and maybe we'll look. Probably look. Getting towards the end here, the next one is an 1877 San Francisco trade dollar. Trade dollar. Randy says pizza's for everydays. Yeah, pretty much. Pizza's good. When are you going to make a title so long that if you're eating... I don't know what you're talking about. Aaron? Okay. All right, here we go. 1877 trade dollar. Pretty good shape. Alfred went with Columbus, Monroe, Booker T, and 82. So almost the exact same coins, just one different. Yeah, mine had... When I did my first typeset in a Dansko 77, I had a Colombian half from 1892, and then I did the Colombian half from 1992. There's nothing in the book that tells you they have to be classic commems. You could be any commemorative half dollar. So I did the 1992 commemorative Colombian, and then I did, I can't remember which other two I did offhand. I'm sure if I think about it, I'll be able to figure it out. I know I did the Colombian from 1892 and then the Colombian from 1992. Yeah, there's the trade dollar. And there you go, trade dollar. Not too shabby, not too shabby. What's up, Roseanne? How you doing? All right. After this, we got a peace dollar. A little bit out of order. This is the way they were in the typeset album. They were, two of them were in the wrong holes. That's okay. Just a 1922 peace dollar. Nothing too cray-cray here. There we go. There's the reverse, a couple little toning spots from being in the album for decades. It's a circulated peace dollar. Nothing too wild about it. You know what? Well, we got that sitting right there. Let's just grab the next one because that right here, 1886 Morgan silver dollar. There's a couple of hairlines on the lower obverse. See them going across. Again, I'm showing right there, so right there. But it's a mint state. Mint state 1886. Nice silver dollar. Alright, we'll put that there, we'll put that there. And it was only 4 coins left, and they're all gold. I like gold. First up, type 1. Sorry, type 3. Type 3. $1 gold is what I was trying to say. Look at that little Indian princess. Native American princess is the preferred nomenclature today, I believe. $1, 1856. Just in time to do a Pokemeow stream? Is that what we're going to do tonight, you think? We could. We could do Pokemeow. Aaron Krause, Kyle, Aaron's right here right now. He was saying nice camera. Kyle was saying he wanted to seek some Kerbal, but I don't know about that. I don't know if I have the energy for Kerbal. There we go, 1856, type 3. Now, is that a Native American? No. That's Lady Liberty wearing an Indian princess headdress right there. That's who that is. Very, very similar. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before, but you guys like coins, right? Does anybody in here like coins and like coin trivia and coin knowledge and learning? I know learning hurts your brain sometimes out there, but you want to learn something? You want to see something cool? Let me find something here. Check this out. Check this out. Almost looks like the same exact face, doesn't it? Almost looks like the same exact face, huh? Pretty much because it is. Okay. Pretty much because it is. All right. Indian cent and gold dollar, and there's another coin that has the same face too, and can't remember it offhand. But all the same designer, and you just use the same design. All right. There it is. Gold dollar, 1856. Then we go right into a $2.50 from 1861. This one's got some hairlines a little bit, but it's a nice piece. Almost got full detail there. Don's like, I like gold. I know I've seen a picture like years ago in a numismatist magazine of the faces side by side. It was the $1 gold Indian head cent and then some other coin. I think it might have been 4 coins total. Like all side by side, just zoomed in on the face, and they were resized to where the faces were the same size. And they're almost all 4 exactly the same. It's like, okay. Well, Lady Liberty's whoever we want it to be. I mean, Gringo. 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 This right here. This right here. This right here is Lady Liberty too. Now, does that Lady Liberty's face look the same? No. But that's Lady Liberty. It's just an American Mustang horse bucking off an English saddle. But that's Lady Liberty right there. Liberty, I mean, next year, 2023 on the gold coin, there's going to be a tree. I think the hippies have finally taken over, everybody. They finally did it. Next year's American Liberty gold coin, 2023, is a tree. A tree. T-R-E-E. A tree. Okay? It's a tree. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. It's going to be a tree. So, anyway, there it goes. 1861. Civil War year. Nice. Real popular. Looks like a couple maybe fine scratches above the eagle's head. I don't know, Randy. I think I might have a friend carve one that has a person hugging it, or like some dirty person like living in the top of it so it won't be cut down. Wouldn't that be great? Like build like a little platform in the top of the tree and have like some dirty hippies living in it. Yeah, Randy, on the Indian head cent, it's Lady Liberty wearing an Indian headdress. It's actually, I believe it's Longacre who designed it. I believe it's his daughter. So yeah, basically it's a little white girl wearing an Indian headdress. That's the Indian head cent. It's not really a Native American. All right, what else did I miss here in the chat? Anything? No one hugging. What about the Boy Scout? Yeah, finally. Well, yeah, I mean, it's gone... We've gone to extremes, though, Alfred. There's been hints of it with the girl on the Boy Scout coin and things like that, and, you know, we get it, we get it. Forehead to the chin on Barber half and Morgan dollar. Yeah, a lot of them are similar, yeah. A lot of them are similar, for sure. Like the Charter Oak design. Well, that wasn't supposed to be Lady Liberty, though, Gringo. But that's true. Don's like, we can get one of those carved, right? All right, what am I missing here in chat? Should we keep looking at coins? Barber is not a guy. That is Lady Liberty, Randy. That is Lady Liberty. Now, when you see crappy Barber coins that are worn down, yeah, it looks more like a Roman boy or something. That's what most people think. But it is a woman. It is definitely a woman. Look at some high-grade Barbers. And actually, we can show them again. We had a high-grade Barber diamond this sale. All right, that there is the 2.5 Liberty, and then next we got a 2.5 Indian Incuse design, 1912. Dude looks like a lady. They could almost write a song about that, caveman. Sounds like Elizabeth Warren, but we don't speak politics here. No, Aaron, we don't talk politics here, but on an unrelated note, my sister has a white Jeep Grand Cherokee. And we named her Elizabeth Warren. A white Jeep Grand Cherokee. We named it Elizabeth Warren. All right. $2.50 Indian Incuse Gold. And it's got a little speck of a cardboard from the album stuck to it. That's nothing on the coin itself. All right. 2.5 Incuse Indian. This one's probably AU details. You can see the first part that wears is right here, the top part of the eagle's rest. Remember, the highest part of the coin are the flat surfaces, because everything else is pressed down into the coin. Actually, the highest point of the coin would be the mint mark if there was one right there, but there isn't. So there we go. 2.5 Indian gold. And remember, the prices we're starting these at are below wholesale prices. So I could actually just take these out of the sale, ship them in a package tomorrow to a wholesaler, and get more money than the starting prices. So if you're interested in one of these, can't really beat the price. Last in the sale, 1904. $5 gold. 1904. 1904. These are pretty, huh? Shiny, pretty gold. That one I don't see any wear on it at all. 1904. All right. That just about does it, I believe. Now, if anybody else had any questions on any of the items, after I show this one here real quick, let me find it real quick for Randy. Randy, you still watching? Randy? Randy? That's a lady. Randy's sitting there saying, that's not a lady, that's a man, baby. Nope, that's a lady. And you respect her. That's Lady Liberty. But the more worn down they get, the more mannish they appear. How's that a lady? Because it's a lady. But yeah, on the more worn down, I think the more people think that they look like boys, young boys. Roy thinks she has some manly features. Hey, you know what? Think about when these coins came out and when they were designed, Roy. 1891, 1892 is when the patterns, and then when the coin eventually came out. So you're talking about the very early 1890s, the Gilded Age, if you will, right? And what were the attractive women then? They weren't like skinny, runway models like we have now. They were ladies with a little more meat on their bones and a little more round features. So, there you go. There you go. She has the cap of liberty there. That's what that is. It's not a bonnet. Steve wouldn't date her? In 1891, you might have. In 1891, you might have. Right? I don't know. I'd have to see what the rest of her looks like, too. What don't you think? I mean, don't judge too harshly on her. All right, does anybody else want to see any of the other coins up close or anything else? Now, remember, that is lots. Most of those that we just showed here that we just, in the second part, those are all going to be on day 2, November 5th, unless we have a buy it now. Lot number 59, right after we do that last gold coin, will be this. This is page 5 of a Dansko 7070 album. You look up these on eBay, these sell anywhere from $40. I've seen them up to almost $100 just for this one page used. So if you have a 7070 album you're working on already, and you think you might want to expand and do the major gold coin, the gold types, here you go. It's got the common 8-piece gold, the 4 Liberty heads, and then the 4 Indian heads of the $2.5, $5, $10, and $20 Liberties, and it's got spots for 2 of the gold dollars, the Type 1 and the Type 3. And this will be lot number 59 in the auction, just this page. Just this page. And then lot number 60, of course, will be the rest of the Typeset album empty. And remember, this is a special version of the Dansko 7070 on the edge, major U.S. Typeset. This one is not marked by Dansko. Some of these old ones, the Continental Line albums, will have like a stamp in there that actually says Dansko. But this is, you'll see the page, it's all the same layout, same exact pages. These are made by the Dansko company. And this was done probably in the late 1960s. Probably, I mean, you can see it says here 32 through 64. So we know it was done after 1964. because they knew silver coinage ended in 64. It has the Kennedy, 1964, so we know it's after 1964. And then this is a separate page from an old Dansko album. This was not part of the original album that has the bicentennial coins and modern US dollar, Susan B. Anthony. And then in the back, again, this is the special version of the Dansko. These are pretty darn collectible, too. I think there's one of these on eBay right now listed for $148. Buy it now. Continental line, La Mirada, California. So if you're needing a typeset album and you've been waiting, trying to find a Dansko 7070, this is a classic version of it, a special version made for the West Coast market, is what I believe the... That's what I found out about that special line of the Continental line, I believe. Let me see if I can find that on here for you, and I'll show you what we're looking at here. Let's see if I can search eBay real quick and pull that up. Do I know how to use eBay? My eBay sucks, though. But let's bring it up anyway. Right here, this is a used one. I guess I got to share my screen, don't I? Used one, $148.80. This one does come with a gold page as well, though. So I'm selling them separate. But, yeah. Super rare Continental US major typeset, like Dansko 7070. Well, it is a Dansko 7070. It's just a different version of it. And there we can see it's the same things. Up until that last page there, that's Liberty Head. And then this one's not... That page isn't working. Then that page isn't working. Yeah, so here's the last page we have in ours. This one has this is what the gold coin or the gold page looked like back then. This album we have doesn't have it. So this one had coinage law of 1965 clad coins. So, and then it had the gold coins set up like this. So our album doesn't have this page, but you could get the separate later gold page. But our album has that bicentennial page too, so. Anyway, something to think about there. Y is back. What's up? Monkey King is looking for the gold page. Well, everybody let Monkey King know. Well, he's got until November 5th on that one. Unless somebody triggers, you guys look at the auction catalog, lot number 0. If somebody wants to, by 11:59 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, so about 26 and a half hours from now, anyone could say, buy it now on all 66 coins that we have, including the giveaways that we'll have tomorrow, or sorry, Saturday and then next Saturday. We'll put them all back in the album. You get the album with the gold page. If someone wants to do buy it now on everything, they can have it, and then we cancel the auction. Because I did have at least 2 different people ask me as I showed this off kind of during other streams and mentioned that I had it. They wanted to know a price for everything. So as I was putting this together, I came up with a price for everything. So rules on payment plans. Roseanne, the rules of my auction are right at the bottom of my document. If you want to submit a proxy bid for one or more items, you need to email it to me. You email me your maximum. If you don't think you'll be here, you want me to bid on your behalf by 11 a.m. the morning of the auction. So for part 1 of the auction, items 1 through 30, you need to send me your proxy bid by 11 a.m. Saturday. Now, if you're bidding on something in part 2, you got to send me your proxy bid by 11 a.m. next Saturday. Winners get charged shipping $5, $10, $15, and if you're a winner, you send me your email, and then I send you a PayPal invoice, and I expect prompt payment. Now, as Roseanne hints at, if you don't think you can make payment immediately, then don't bid. Just simple as that. Or contact me ahead of time, not after you win $1,000 of coins or $500 worth of coins, but contact me ahead of time to let me know, Kittle, I think I might spend X amount in your auction. You don't have to tell me what coin, you don't have to tell me whatever. But I think I might spend $300. I think I might spend $2,500. I think I might spend up to $1,000. Can I have until blank to pay you in full, and I'll pay you via blank, check or Zelle or money order or cash. Just let me know what your plan is before you do it. What I don't want is you to bid on $1,000 worth of coins. I send you the PayPal invoice, and then you don't pay me for a few weeks, and then you say, Kittle, can I have a few more weeks? Kittle, can I have a few? No, that's not going to work. So as long as you talk to me about ahead of time, I'm sure we can figure something out. So that's rules on payment plan. The general rule is don't bid unless you plan on paying promptly. But if you see something, look, I'm a collector, right? I collect coins and I don't deal in them. If you see something here that you've been waiting for and you know that will be perfectly fit in your typeset, or you think you'll get a great deal on it and you can't get that deal at your local shop or show, I don't want you to miss it over some silly reason like you can't afford it. I mean, come on. We're talking coins here. Don't not buy it because you can't afford it. I mean, who does that? No. No, I want you to bid on it and win it, and we can work out the payment arrangements and details later. Other forms of payment. I'm a part-time coin dealer. If you see you want to buy like $200 worth of stuff and you don't have $200 cash, but you got some silver eagles laying around, or you got some junk silver laying around, we could work out a deal on that. Again, let's try to arrange that before you win the stuff in my auction and come up with a plan beforehand. But I do take trade, especially if it's something easy like just silver bullion and things like that. All right, do I still ship to Canada? Yeah, Red, we can ship to Canada, absolutely. I mean, if it's a bunch of stuff, I mean, you might have to pay a few extra bucks, but I know how to ship stuff in a bubble mail, or I wrap them up in some heavy paper and stuff, and they'll be well protected, and we'll write tokens and Christmas souvenirs on the label so no one knows it's coins, and we'll figure all that out, Red. That's easy. If you win enough stuff, I'll ship a box to Canada. All right. Any other questions? Let's see here. Shannon says can't afford most of the stuff, huh? Well, that's okay. I can't afford it. That's why I'm selling it. All right. Well, very good. If you do have any questions in the meantime before Saturday, feel free to email me. I do have an email address, and it's somewhere right about here on the screen somewhere. Mike@kittlecoins.com. So yeah, somewhere in this general vicinity. Right there. Feel free to send me an email. Mikey's telling us there's a couple lizards in his apartment. I would burn the whole apartment down, Mikey. I would burn it all the way to the ground. I couldn't sleep there. How can you possibly sleep there knowing that a lizard can walk across your face in the middle of the night? How could you possibly sleep there? You can't. You absolutely can't. Looking for another 16D by chance. I do not have any 16D Merc dimes available now. Do not. Absolutely not. Gringo says they're harmless. Well, they can be harmless. They can be harmless walking on your face as you sleep at night. No. No, I'm just kidding. No, when I visit my family in Hawaii, they live in Maui, and they got little geckos all over the place. They don't go on you. I don't think they climb on you. Oh, they're hard to catch, but the cats get them, Gringo. The cats sure find out a way to catch them, and the cats don't kill them though. They just injure them. They just kind of like play with them a little bit. It's kind of nasty, but yeah. Those little geckos are quick though. Anybody else have any other questions before we get out of here for the night? Can't imagine me coming across a spider. I freak out like a little girl, Roseanne, and then I grab like 8 layers of like toilet paper or paper towels, and then I get all weird and like squeamish when I smash it, and I immediately like flush it or throw it away, and I freak out about it a little bit. Yeah, but I handle it. All right, let's see. Burn it to the ground, right, Steve? Kill him with fire. Anyway, all right. What are we going to do? We're going to go play some Poke-Meow on the Discord? Actually, Discord, something you guys actually into coins might actually care about. I recommend that you guys all join the JW Coins and Hobbies Discord group. Because it's fun. And there's actually some coin-related stuff to do on there. Believe it or not. There's some coin-related stuff on the JW's Coins and Hobbies Discord group. And one of the cool things on the JW Coins and Hobbies Discord group is we play a game of Coin Uno. Should I show it to you guys? Let's show it to you guys. Boom, right here, Coin Uno. So what we do here, and it's a good way to like show off coins or to just look at everybody's stuff. Like right here, somebody played a 1957 D Lincoln cent. The next person has to post anything dated 1957 or any Lincoln cent. So I played a 57 Mexico. The next person then has to do any, and this one's a dual date, 1857 to 1987. The next person has to do any 1857, 1957, or anything from Mexico. Clever did a 1957 Spanish. Then it went to an 1869 Spain by Ambeth. And then it went to 1869 Greek. So, I don't know, it's just a fun game. It's like a game of Uno, but with coins. And we keep posting. You get to see lots of cool stuff. So you guys are all welcome to join in on that with your coin photos. Or if you don't have your own coin photos, you can, just steal them off the internet and play with us. It's kind of fun. So I played this 1861 O seated dollar from New Orleans. Really cool one. And the next play after that was a 61 Queen Victoria from England. So now the next person can post any English coin or anything from 1861. All right, that's kind of fun. And there's other things in here if you like talking about paper money, errors. There's music chat. There's stamps, fishing, cards, metal detecting, photos, a bunch of video game rooms, a bunch of Pokemon game rooms, then a bunch of secret rooms you guys aren't allowed in because you're not a moderator. And not only that, you can sign up for channel plugs. So you can become a Michael Kittle Rare Coin subscriber, and then every time I go live or post a video, you'll get a notification. You can be a Rob Finds Treasure subscriber, and every time he posts something, you'll get a notification. Or you could be a Clever Coin Name subscriber and watch his crazy video that'll make you dizzy of him driving up into his parking deck in New Orleans. So you can sign up for those, and you'll get those notifications every time, and you'll get them way before and more consistently than the YouTube notifications. Anyway, you guys are all welcome to join the JW Coins and Hobbies Discord. We'd love to have you participate. So thank you very much. And we're going to be having a giveaway right before Christmas. A lot of us on the Discord group are getting together, and we're going to give away some coins at Christmas time. I believe we've scheduled December 22nd. December 22nd, just a few days before Christmas. We'll do a live stream, give away a bunch of shiny, purdy stuff, and maybe we'll have some secret special appearances by some of your friends that you don't see on YouTube that much anymore. I don't know. I just totally made that part up, but you never know. If you build it, they will come, right? If you build it, they will come. They even have Gringo notifications on the Discord. That's true, Gringo. That's true. All right. Craig would have to drag out a camera and coins. Pretty much everybody's phone right now has a camera on it. I mean, that's better than most people's real cameras. So maybe an OG22 1K party. A 1K party? I don't know, Craig. I don't know. Can you post 400 different nickel? Well, no. It's one coin per person, one play per person, Craig. And you can't just keep playing against yourself in a row. That's not how Uno works. You play and then it's the next person's turn. You can't just play with yourself all day long, Craig. All right, everybody. That said, I think we're going to end this. Again, proxy bids must be in by 11 a.m. Saturday morning before the auction. I'll execute those on your behalf, so just give me your max bid, and hopefully you don't have to pay your max bid. Well, hopefully for me you do, but hopefully for you, you don't. We'll do those as fair as possible. And if I get two proxy bids, I got to bid you against each other until one of you guys is in the lead. Other than that, again, yeah, if you're interested in buying everything that you saw today, including the album, there is a buy it now available until 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Friday night, tomorrow night. So email's the way to get a hold of me. All right, everybody. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you Saturday. Take care, everybody. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, we have a special deal to join the American Numismatic Association right now. If you're not a member of your national coin club, or for you Canadians, if you're not a member of the ANA, we can get you a membership for $5 right now. Deal's only good through the end of the month, and it's only good to people who are not currently a member. So if you have not yet joined the ANA and you want to be a member of the ANA, send me an email and we'll get you hooked up. It's only $5 to join. See you Saturday.